are reviewing the top events and stories from 2010 as 2010 draws to a close. Happy New Year, Ronnie. Earlier, we talked about top international stories. Now, let's talk about the top stories from the Philippines. Number one is the landslide win of Philippine President Noynoy Aquino. Nobody expected him to win because they were up against Manny Villar, of course, who had a lot of money, a lot of yung napakalaking...
Yes. Money, M-O-N-E-Y. May 10, Noynoy Aquino won by a landslide. So now he's the new president, the 15th president of the Republic of the Philippines. He campaigned on a no corruption na platform daw.
And ang nangyari is pagkatapos ng kanyang very successful and very much talked about inauguration, we're seeing the clips now, and nagkaroon naman nung tinatawag na hijacking incident ang sumalubong sa kanya, and you know, it was really an embarrassment to the country.
Yeah, back in August, isang bus na punong-puno ng mga turista, this was hijacked by that police officer.
Disgruntled
I know.
Okay.
Tapos, yun na nga, anong nangyari, there were a lot of the tourists who were killed. Tapos, ang nangyari pa, it was a botched rescue talaga, It highlighted yung the lack of, yung sinasabi nila, SWAT team daw, pero they didn't have the skills and they lacked the training.
And also, in one word, I guess, incompetence of the SWAT team. Na walang mga gas masks, they were using their own handkerchiefs.
That's true.
It was really embarrassing, and I hope we recover from that. Even until now, we're still feeling the effects. The Hong Kong government issued
just recently, issued a travel advisory on their residents not to travel to the Philippines, especially this Christmas time, months after the hijacking incident.
All right. We hope na sana makalimutan na nila yan, ginawa na yan, although magkakaroon ng investigation. We're going to be following that investigation closely. Another story that you follow very closely, and I know, Ronnie, let me thank you because you were also instrumental in getting relief for the 11 OFW human trafficking victims.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, the credit goes to the OWA officer, Don Duero, who was until now is trying to help these 11 overseas Filipino workers who came here. Hopefully, they were hoping that they would be hired by a Fortune 500 company, Aramark, but then they ended up working in Biloxi, Mississippi, under a different company, being paid under below the minimum wage, and so they fled that, they escaped, and they went to Los Angeles, and they're now, revealing this supposedly human trafficking case, and hopefully they will be granted, I don't know, maybe a T or U visa, human trafficking victims visa, so that they could at least recover from this tragedy.
Of course, we all know that human trafficking is a big problem from the Philippines pa, dito rin sa America, especially in LA, in Long Beach, ports of entry yan ng trafficking dito, and I hope they really clamp down on that. Another issue on release is the release of Hubert Webb and Company. He was convicted and sent to jail 15 years.
15 years, Now, the Supreme Court of the Philippines reversed that decision. So sabi nga niya ng Supreme Court, the testimonies and the evidence were, inconsistent, and they were released, especially Hubert Webb, the son of the former Senator Freddie Webb, dating basketballista, Of course, the issue here is the DNA, sinasabi nila, and the testimonies na nga sinasabi that Hubert Webb was here in the United States. Yun ang problema sa atin I don't know, because some police are corrupt or whatever.
So Ronnie, this is going to be the end of it. I know that Lauro Visconde vowed to still look, and they opened another investigation.
That's true. President Aquino said that there should be another round of investigation. But yun na nga what are you going to investigate if the evidence is not there?
Exactly. All right. And finally, another person not there, Senator Ping Lacson. Is he really in, well, obviously he's in hiding, but is he really in the Philippines still, or is he going around the world?
In February, when he learned that he will be facing charges about the death of journalist Bobby Dacer, ang colleague natin, and his driver, so he fled the Philippines. A senator who was the former head of the Philippine National Police, at siya mismo, he's not relying on the Philippine justice system when in fact he's a law enforcer, and then he's a senator, and then he fled. So he's still in hiding. Some said that he was in Hong Kong, but the NBI believes that or the Filipino authorities in the Philippines. Because
All
where are you
along.
going to hide except in a country like what Senator
Gringo Honasan.
Honasan did
All
before.
right. Okay, all right. So these are the stories that I'm sure will be continuing to spill over in 2011. And thank you so much for working with us, Ronnie, for this past 2010. And looking forward to more stories from you from Balita in 2011. More power.
Thank you, and I hope there'll be better stories.
Yes,
Right.
2011. And if you want more information, balita.com. We have more of Balita news stories from you when we return, this time talking about fashion. Don't go away.